This is not a test. This is not a test. This is not a test.
All right, folks, welcome back. Truck Talk, PrepperNow. For the record, I don't drive a truck. I'd like to drive a truck. In my mind, I drive a truck. This thing doesn't look like a truck. Oh well. We'll get there one day. This actually is going to become my daughter's car here in a couple of years when she is old enough to drive. So, I'm driving it now. And then in a couple of years when it's got a lot more miles on it, it's going to go to her. Why do I tell you this in relation to this video? Well, Surgeon General just came out and said that parenting is stressful and hazardous to some people's health, and 1 in 3 are stressed because of children, and 3 in 5 are stressed because of, parenting this and that, and basically said that in a roundabout way, if you really want to have a stress-free life, you shouldn't have children. What an idiotic thing to say. So first and foremost, let's start with the base level. Why are people stressed out? Sure, children are stressful sometimes. They add to your stress. But it's the cost. It's the money. It's the price. And why is the price stressful to parents? It's because you have completely screwed up the economy and made all of our payment pricing for everything completely discombobulated and out of whack. Parenting isn't any more stressful than it used to be. The price of parenting is more stressful than it used to be. But guess what? The price of everything is more stressful than it used to be. I get stressed out just going to the freaking grocery store. Anyway, back to the roundabout attack on parents by these POSs. So I'm a parent, I have 3 beautiful kids, and it's stressful. Try to get them all over the place and take them to sports ball and pick them up from school and, do meaningful activities with them and all that. First thing I thought of when they were talking about the price, of course, I'm thinking of the price of food. It is expensive to buy food for a family of 5. We spend about now, it's a little under $1,000 a month. And that is eating as much organic and home-prepared meals as possible. My wife is really on this health kick in non-processed food. We're making all of our own bread now. In fact, she's got 3 big loaves going in today. She's super excited about. Fruits and veggies are always out. Bananas, peaches, grapes, you name it. Trying to eat, better. If you really want to save money, don't stop having kids. Learn to do things for yourself. We're learning how to make our own food and do stuff, and I'm harvesting basically a tomato plant as we speak right now, and these tomatoes are, they're almost as sweet as grapes. You have to do things like this and put a little effort. But here's the other thing about parenting and stress and all that. When you do this stuff, it actually alleviates your stress and gives you a little bit more of a sense of purpose. Let's say that you're having problems, putting food on the table and all that. Go fishing with your kids. Yeah, I know. You can take the fish home and you can eat that fish. Crazy. You want to be in a good water source so you're not eating all the crap in there, but, we've been so danged environmental the last 20 years. You can eat the fish. They're all right now. We do a walk every night, and there was a guy, a little local pond, came out at a big old fish. Super excited. No, he didn't chuck it back in. Kept that thing. Folks, you can do all kinds of stuff to alleviate stress without taking it out on kids. I read another article that basically said we need to have as many kids as possible, and actually it's better for us to have a bunch of kids. Another thing is, when you have kids, it's good to be in some kind of a spiritually based group. You know what I mean? Maybe go on in there and give your kids up to a youth pastor for a while, and go in and get a good message of positivity down the way in the big hall as your kids are sitting there dancing around to the Lord. That's a good thing to do. So let's take the grand scheme of this and go, well, what is this? Why are they saying all this is stressful? It's two reasons, folks. First and foremost, it's not because children are stressful. They have stressful moments, but they can also give you incredible joy. Last night, my 10-year-old comes out, it's bedtime, and we're sitting there on the TV, and I'm watching a little sports ball and all that, getting ready to do the crisis report. And my wife is sitting there playing on her phone, and I'm listening and playing on my phone. And I look over, my daughter just sits down in the other chair, kicks her leg up onto the coffee table, like I got my right leg up and my wife's got her right leg up. And she puts her right leg up, and she takes out an imaginary phone, because she doesn't have one, and she starts playing on it as we're playing on our phones. And this kind of goofy look on her face. That was the highlight of my night last night. I gotta tell you, my children give me more joy than literally anything in the world. I love being out there coaching my daughter and watching my other two kids. Now I'm coaching both. The other one's coming up now. They're both getting coached. Son over there shagging balls. Running around making sure everything's all set up. Kids are awesome. They're good for us. They take our legacy on. They take care of us when we're old. So all this is being done, let me tell you why. Because these people, these air quotes people, they want the state to be the nanny, the mommy, the daddy, the everything. The child care. They want the state to be it. Because effectively, they want to indoctrinate you and I and all of us into all of their needs, so they can basically take us from cradle to grave. If we got children, we might be putting some ideas in their head that they don't like. We might live longer. Married men live longer than non-married men. You know why that is? Because we got wives nagging us to go see the doctor. You don't have to have one of those state-sponsored doctors. You can get one of them country doctors that know that eating right and losing weight and walking every night and, doing the right things, the old school right things, will lead to a long life. Parenting is a wonderful thing. It has literally been probably the greatest gift from God I've ever been given, besides my wife. And I look forward to being a granddad and spoiling my kids and telling them all the evil family-like Christian things that'll poison their mind and make them want to be moral and good and help others, and maybe, just maybe, question some of the things that are being indoctrinated into them from the state and the schools and all the other influences. I love being a parent. Parenting isn't stressful, folks. The price of everything going on around right now is stressful. And when they come out and they say, oh, well, it's that dang old parenting that's doing it to people, that's them just covering their butt, knowing that people are stressed and people need to have ways to alleviate that stress. Parenting is a great way to do it. Taking your kids out to a pumpkin patch and going to see a local park and walking around and maybe going fishing in the pond, or who knows. Take a walk with everybody. You don't got to spend money. Sit outside in a circle and just tell everybody how your day is. Have dinner together. Our society is becoming more sick, not because of parenting. It's because of lack of parenting. Our society is becoming more sick, not because of stresses of a family. It's because we have less family in it. We have less time together doing all the things we need to do together and emboldening each other and supporting each other and loving on each other. I love having dinner with my family. I love going out and hanging out with my family and going to sports and stuff like that. I love taking them to the water park in the summertime and watch the glee on their face in the pool as they're sliding down the slides, having a good old day. I mean, you want to talk about stress relief? That's it right there. So, really, when you peel all this back, folks, the government just wants to be the nanny state, take us from cradle to grave, put what they want to think in here, and remove any outside ideas to the way things should be. So I encourage you to go out there and to be with your family and to start families and to continue families and to be all of those things, and also go to your spiritual communities and support those. If you're a parent and you're having stress, go to your church. Go ask them for help. Go to a support group. If you're doing all right and you want to help other people, you go be in that support group and you go lift people up. And you go do things that are going to help people. I get more joy out of helping people than I do getting, I mean, literally. There's more joy in helping my kids and helping, trying to do things to be a good person and to lift people up. You want to talk about having purpose in your life? Go make a meal for someone. Go start collecting cans. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. Go start doing things for other people, folks. I'm telling you, it'll give you a greater joy than sitting in there playing on your phone and listening to guys like me talk about all the doom and gloom in the world. So, yeah, there's a lot of doom and gloom, and I do talk about it, but that's a very small portion of my day. The rest of my day, I'm out there trying to at least be a pleasant human being and trying to do things where I'm adding value, as my dad used to say. Son, go add value. What do you mean, Dad? Go add value in the world. Go out there and do something that's going to help. All right, folks. I think we'll call that another successful truck talk. God bless y'all. See you on the next one. PrepperNow. Check out the links in the description. Gab, Truth, Minds, X, Subscribestar, Locals. Did a video on Rumble yesterday. Get her done. Check it out. PrepperNow out.